Good day. Here are the stories for the Manila Times for Sunday, September 5, 2021. Philippine Airlines or PAL said on Saturday it was filing for bankruptcy in the United States to slash $2 billion in debt as it tries to survive an industry gutted by the coronavirus pandemic. The national carrier of the Philippines said the filing will allow it to restructure contracts and cut debt by at least $2 billion while getting $655 million in fresh capital when it emerges from the Chapter 11 process. PAL will also downsize its fleet by 25% and renegotiate contracts to reduce lease payments. The Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases or IATF-EID has eased restrictions on travel and business in a bid to set the country on a path to economic recovery amid the unabated rise in coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19 cases. The ban on travelers from India and 9 other countries will be lifted effective September 6, Malacanang announced on Saturday. The ban was part of measures to prevent the transmission of the Delta variant of the coronavirus. It was supposed to end on August 31 but was extended to September 5. The IATF also approved the implementation of a granular lockdown system beginning September 8. In a message to the media, Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez said the granular lockdowns will be initially imposed in the National Capital Region, with other areas following suit in the next phase after September. He said the guidelines were being finalized and will be officially issued by Malacanang as soon as possible. The Department of Health or DOH on Saturday said it is now looking for alternatives for the anti-inflammatory drug tocilizumab used in severe COVID-19 cases that is currently out of supply in the market. Tocilizumab, with the brand name Actemra, is used to prevent lung inflammation, thereby reducing mortality among COVID-19 patients. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergire warned that those peddling tocilizumab beyond the maximum retail price of 13,000 to 25,000 pesos per vial could face punishment of up to 1 to 10-year imprisonment and a fine of 5,000 to 1 million pesos. The drug's manufacturer, Swiss pharma firm Roche, said it is having a hard time keeping up with the demand and shortage should be expected in the weeks and months ahead. 2 Philippine Air Force or PAF jets intercepted and chased away an unknown aircraft that was spotted off Pangasinan late this week, the Air Force said on Saturday. In a statement, Lieutenant Colonel Maynard Mariano, PAF spokesman, said that 2 Philippine Air Defense Control Center or PADCC FA-50 jets stationed at the Air Defense Alert Center were deployed for visual identification to scramble an unknown plane that was flying within the Philippine Air Defense Identification Zone at 21,000 feet and 265 knots heading northeast on Thursday. Malacanang on Saturday reiterated that President Rodrigo Duterte would not tolerate corruption among his appointees, responding to Senator Emmanuel Manny Pacquiao's statement that the president is too defensive when his people are tagged in corruption issues. Pacquiao earlier called on Duterte to stop tolerating his appointees who were allegedly involved in corruption after the president railed against senators investigating the alleged purchase of overpriced personal protective equipment or PPEs and misspending by the Department of Health. Vice President Maria Leonor Leni Robredo admitted that she was tempted to ask the administration for an authority to handle the country's COVID-19 response. In an interview with Rappler on Friday, the Vice President expressed her frustrations over the government's poor handling of the COVID-19 crisis. Robredo also said that she has been very vocal in suggesting recommendations on how to handle the ongoing crisis, adding that there should be a leader who would look after the departments and agencies. Over the business, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP acquired 100 billion pesos in its weekly securities auction, which attracted a large number of bidders. According to BSP Deputy Governor Francisco Daquila Jr., the 1-month bill was oversubscribed by 1.35 times the offered volume of 100 billion pesos, culminating at a total of 148.05 billion in bids. He went on to say that the weighted average interest rate continued to fall from last week's level, landing at 1.7194%, down 0.167 basis points, with a range of 1.7125 to 1.7275%. The accepted yield stayed broadly unchanged. Topping sports, Filipino-Canadian Leyla Fernandez stunned defending champion Naomi Osaka 5-7, 7-6, 6-4 on Friday or Saturday in Manila to reach the 4th round of the US Open. The 18-year-old's left-hander shocking upset of the Japanese third seed, a 4-time Grand Slam champion who had won her previous 16 Slam matches, sent Fernandez into a last 16 matchup against German 16 seed Angelique Kerber. Earlier, 18-year-old Carlos Alcaraz of Spain surprised French Open runner-up Tsitsipas of Greece 6-3, 4-6, 7-6, 7-2, 0-6, 7-6, 7-5 to also advance to the next round. Today's front page columnist is Marlon Ronquillo. He believes the meek are now growing spines. Our editorial today believes the country's Paralympic athletes deserves greater public support. Read a full version of the paper's opinion section or listen to the Voice of the Times. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and keep up with the Times. For the Manila Times, this is Paulo Limapi.